The land of Termina in Majora's Mask is without a doubt the most bizarre, but yet interesting world in the Zelda series. Is it real? Is it fake? Is it a dream? And is Link dead? Okay, maybe not that last one, but the land is one of the most mysterious, and within the land of death, sadness, and an impending doomsday hides many secrets. Details hidden within the shadows, references to past or upcoming projects, connections never before seen. Majora's Mask has it all, and today, joined by my wonderful and amazing friend MaskedNintendoBandit, we're going to delve into 5 secrets in Majora's Mask that you might have missed. As always, I have done as much research as possible to avoid repeating secrets that are commonly known or have been covered by fellow creators, as I know how annoying it is to go on another video where you just see the same stuff as the last video. It's annoying, I tried to avoid it. The game is about 19-20 years old now, it's hard to avoid. Now, usually I do that iconic line, be sure to go grab yourself a snack or drink, etc, etc. But as Bandit is our guest...
Whoa, wait, you mean I get to say it?
I feel it's only right to let him do the honors. Take it away, man.
Well folks, be sure to grab yourself a snack or drink and show us your delightful meals on social media. And let's get into 5 secrets in The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask that you might have missed. That was so cool. If you aren't already familiar with Majora's Mask, one key thing you should know is that it's one of the darkest games ever made, and that should not be taken lightly. While normally games that are more fun for all come from the creative minds at Nintendo, this game has themes of sadness, loneliness, regret, and death, just to name a few off the top of my head. The game was intentionally made to be a chilling experience, and the developers really went all in on the creepiness of this game. I mean, there are still parts of this game that even I'm afraid to play, as a grown man. But one of the best examples of this creepiness is the Lunar Children found on the moon. Not to mention the moon itself is one of the most chilling things about the game, as the entire time that you're playing you can look up and see this terrifying giant rock with a face staring down at Termina, but upon actually entering the moon, it's actually a safe haven looking area with a nice grassy field and this growing tree, and children running around having fun, except for those aren't regular children. You see, adding to all of the chills set in the game, the Lunar Children hold a little secret. If you look closely, you can actually see that they're the same character model as the Happy Mask Salesman. You know, that weird guy that helps you at the beginning of the game. It's a little chilling to think that these children Link is seeing are actually replicas of the man who helped him get here. It definitely raises a whole lot of questions. It's an easy secret to miss since, you know, they all wear these giant masks, but if you do notice it, it'll send chills right down your spine.
A well-known fact by now is that Majora's Mask was created within 1 year. Nintendo capitalized on the success of Ocarina of Time, which was released towards the end of 1998, and somehow managed to create a brand new Zelda game for release in the year of 2000. But part of this great accomplishment was the usage of reusing assets from Ocarina of Time. This is a common theme in the Zelda series and video games as a whole, but Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask reuse of assets is astonishing. Majora's Mask is actually made up with a ton of assets from Ocarina of Time that have been slightly altered or in some cases left completely the same and just renamed. One of the most prominent examples of this is reused character models. For example, Romani in Majora's Mask is the same model used for Malon in Ocarina of Time, and within this counterpart-filled world are some neat little references purposely put into the game, and my favourite is Anju's grandmother. She can be found within the Stockpot Inn, but this elderly woman is actually the model that was used for Granny in Ocarina of Time. Granny had a thing for tigers. She even had an infant tiger on her desk at her potion shop in Kakariko Village that she would stroke all day. Although Anju's grandmother is a completely different character in Majora's Mask, just sharing the same model, within her room we can find some old pictures on the wall showing Andrew's grandmother with a tiger. And what's neat is that these photos were purposely made black and white to show their age, opposed to the other coloured pictures in the room. She also has a tiger on the back of her wheelchair. This is such a neat little reference to Andrew's grandmother's Hylian counterpart, Granny from Ocarina of Time, and one of the things that makes these reused assets all the more interesting. They aren't actually connected in any way, but it's a really cool reference.
The enigma of a character that is the Happy Mask Salesman plays a pretty big, but also pretty small role in the story of Majora's Mask. He influences it in many ways from behind the scenes without actually being directly involved. I mean, the man is a mystery in itself, but his profession of, selling masks also hides a few secrets. We can actually see some of the masks that he sells or collects on his bag, and while most players might just take a glance at them, if you look a little closer, you'll see multiple familiar faces. From places you may be surprised. We can see a mask that resembles Mario from Super Mario Bros., Elvis from Elvis, and one that is believed to be Darth Maul by many fans, but that one's a little bit more debatable. We can say for sure that the Happy Mask Salesman does carry a few that we know, and what's even cooler is that some of the masks seen in Majora's Mask are actually ones from his first appearance in Ocarina of Time. Maybe he took literally every mask he owned from Hyrule with him? Well, that's another wacky theory for another day, but these Mario, Elvis, and so on masks are neat little references for sure.
One of the most common forms of secrets and references across the Zelda series is little nods to other franchises or consoles by Nintendo. A great example of this is found in Ocarina of Time 3D, where we can find free promotional posters for Nintendo's, at the time, upcoming game Skyward Sword, and Majora's Mask also hides a little secret or two along these lines. This one is exclusive to the 3DS version, but within the bomb shop in Clocktown behind the counter, we can see what appears to be a large GameCube model, which funnily enough at the time of the original Majora's Mask release would have been Nintendo's next console. Perhaps they originally had plans to add this little Easter egg, but due to the insanely tight time constraints they had to leave it out just to get the game done on time. It's not just the massive console however, although it's pretty cool and could be a pick alone, but we can also see the Ultra Hand on the wall, which is a toy that Nintendo released back in the 60s. And to top it all off, we can also find another toy of Nintendo's, Rob. This little robot can be found in Cafe's hideout behind a stack of books behind the counter. It's neat little gems like this which really make me smile when playing Nintendo games. They by no means need to add these little Easter egg secrets, but they choose to, and I love it. Whilst all of the previous secrets on this have been found within the game itself, this one is actually found outside of the game, but also inside it. What? What I'm trying to say is that this secret is found within the loading screen of the game. Out of all the places you'd expect to be finding a secret, I bet you this was the last one, or wasn't even on your mind at all. Normally when a player loads up the Nintendo 64 version of Majora's Mask, they will be presented with this loading screen, which I will speed up for convenience. This is what the majority of players know as the title screen for Majora's Mask, but the developers actually added a very, very secret alternative title screen.
To access this alternative opening, you gotta be quick. After turning the system on, immediately open the menu by pressing the start button. Then scroll up until the options section shows up on screen and open it up by pressing A, and here's where you gotta be quick. The second that option screen pops up, hit B, then press B once more to return to the main menu, and voila. If you did it right, enjoy Majora's Mask's alternate intro screen.
Honestly, this is by far one of, if not my favourite secrets in the entire Zelda series, and it's something you'd never even think about. This is the sort of secret that is discovered by accident. You can't not love this one. It's amazing. Thanks a ton for checking out the video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to drop a like and subscribe for more Zelda content. Huge thanks to Bandit for joining me on this one. It was a ton of fun as always.
Mr. Hyrule, thank you so much for letting me be a part of this video. As always, it was so much fun to work on. Thank you guys for watching as well. If you haven't already, be sure to check out the other part, going over 5 secrets in Ocarina of Time, featuring your boy Hyrule Gamer, that's live right now over on my channel. I think links will be in the description below or something like that. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
This is our 4th collaboration now, believe it or not, so there are actually 8 videos of us together now, so be sure to check them out and subscribe to Bandit too. He's a great friend of mine and I can't recommend his stuff enough. You won't regret it. Another huge thanks goes out to all of my amazing Patreon supporters for your incredibly generous support to the channel. Your support means the world to me and I appreciate it very much. If you'd like to join them and get your name featured at the end of all of my videos, a shout out upon joining, and more, then check out my page through the card in the top right or link in the description. Again, thanks for watching, and until the next time, I've been Hyrule Gamer.